Hello and welcome to game number 3 between LiquidZenio and our teal Terran SlayersMMA. This is, like I've said, game number 3 with MMA currently ahead 2-0 on the map Entombed Valley. Now we've actually seen pretty similar playstyles from the first game and second game. Zenio goes for a 15 hatch 17 pull standard, but then he goes for a really late gas, and he'll often build 2. The first game he went double 43. Second game he went like double 35. And MMA on the other hand is like both games he's gone for a 1 rack to expand with into 2 gas into reactor Hellions with Banshees. The second game he took a delayed command center because he was going for Hellions and cloaked Banshees. The third game, his third was a lot faster. It was right after he got his reactor Hellions. Then he went for just Banshees without cloak. Unfortunately for Zenio took a fast third, but at the same time, Zenio stopped droning to get ready for a big pressure or a big all-in. Not all-in, but just a big timing attack. Unfortunately, though, the Banshees kind of messed with Zenio's plan. He couldn't move straight across the map, morph his bandlings, break the wall, and kill MMA. He basically moved a lot of his roaches to the south position, and this is on Cloud Kingdom, so he made the walking distance even further, so the attack was super delayed. And on the other hand, he also had to watch out for the Hellions that were harassing his third and stuff, so his attack was pretty much stopped before it even began. It was just unlucky, because at that point MMA was ahead on workers. He had his third overall. They were both on 3 bases, but MMA was ahead on workers, and usually as Terran you're always behind on workers. Now he's going for 16 pull. Okay, so not 17 pull. Either way, about the same. He does have his worker out here. I think, yeah, MMA's gonna go for 1 rack to expand. He's building his depot first this time. This is what I usually do, honestly, but it's just my thing. He's building a bunker over here, but this is just going to be used to force Zenio to pull drones. We see him pulling 4 drones, so that's the whole point of what MMA is doing. He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna pretend I'm 2 racksing. Or I'm just bunker rushing, even though I'm not doing anything. And Zenio's probably realized that. He's probably like, oh, you're not doing anything to me. You're just trying to mess with my mind. So he does get that cancel. So that was not a waste at all. 4 drones off harvesting is actually pretty decent minerals. It's certainly worth more than 25. Okay, so Zenio actually was a little bit worried about this. He's scouting around just to make sure. So it looks like that fake pressure did get into his mind a little bit. He's building 6 Zerglings. I'm curious if he's gonna build a spine crawler. I don't think he will, though. Or will he? He's not building drones. Yeah, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Okay, 2 drones and an overlord. Okay, there we go. And we do see 3 barracks. He's gonna take 2 gas soon. He's probably just gonna open up with the standard marine opener with double medevacs, I think. He's probably gonna get 2 engineering bays about 7:30. I do this build all the time. I like it. It's just a build that basically relies on your micro with your marines. But the good thing about it is that you also still get your fast upgrades. You're gonna get your fast expand. I'm just a little bit surprised you built it on the high ground, honestly. In most cases, there's no need to build it on the high ground. Like, even if they build 6 Zerglings, you should have more than enough marines. And in that case, you should even build a bunker. Like, if you're worried about ling pressure, he might have been. I guess. It's because they're more aggressive on the Korean server that he did this. Because on the Korean server I should just stop classifying it for strictly the Korean server. But basically, I really only see stuff like this in the Korean server where their Zergs are not as greedy. They'll do things like they'll build like 20 Zerglings, speedlings. They'll go in, they'll try to kill the bunker, and then even if they can't kill the bunker, they're still gonna do a lot of economic damage to the SCVs. But usually they can or can't. So maybe that's why he did this, but he never built the bunker, so I really don't know what MMA is doing. But like I said, he's playing standard. He's gonna get stim pack, and he's probably gonna get his 3rd refinery after his factory. So yeah, okay, but he's going for a little pressure. This pressure isn't gonna do anything, but if he can take out those tumors, that'd be great. And he's gonna take out this one. Yes, this one. No, not gonna go for it. I think he should go for it. Honestly, you waste 25 energy from the queen. But then again, Zenio has 4 queens, so it's like, whatever, that'd be a waste. So, in this case, MMA was right. His third, his third guy should go after 2 reactors go down, I'm sorry. I'm surprised he never built the bunker. That's pretty risky. But then again, seeing it from how Zenio plays with his super late gas, he's getting 4 gases right now, so probably going for mutilus, standard mutilus play. But look how late his speed is. He's not. Is he gonna skip? Oh, is he doing that build where you just skip gas and go for a really fast Slayer? Then again, this isn't that fast. This is pretty slow. So, and this amount of Marines could actually be quite annoying, especially because he has no speed at all. He's got to pull that back. He's killing the tumors. I don't think that was worth it though. That one scan, I'd rather use no money. It does slow down the creep spread. Don't get me wrong, but when they have 4 queens, it's like you're just wasting your money. You need to get a Raven out later on. You know they're gonna have creep spread regardless. So yeah, he does have the double engine. Oh, just one. Well, that's a little bit weird. He doesn't even have. He did get the refinery after the reactors, but yeah, normally when you do this build, you'll get your third refinery after you get your factory. Okay, when you do this build, you get 3 barracks, then your 2 refineries. You get stim pack first, then you take your factory, then you take your 2 reactors, then you build your 3rd refinery. I usually build my 2 engineering bays, and then I'll get a double medevac. And when I hit for my timing, I'll have +1 weapons, +1 armor. Combat shield will be a little bit delayed, but maybe by the time I get to the base, I'll have it. But I'll have like anywhere from 18, depending or 16 or more Marines, 16 to 24 about. But surprisingly, MMA didn't go double engineering bay. But his 3rd is way faster than mine. So it's not bad though. He's taking his 4th gas. He's getting his tech lab already, which is good. He's gonna have tank production. But basically, the whole purpose of this build is to deny this 3rd base. Like that's the whole purpose of this. Like when you play against a good Zerg player, you either want to hold them off on taking their 3rd, which is either going reactor Hellions, or you want to just snipe that 3rd, like doing a build like this, double medevac with 16 Marines. So that's the whole point. Because if they get that 3rd up and you don't do anything, and they're a good Zerg player, then they'll be able to get way far ahead of you. And you don't now you don't want to go into a tier 3 battle. Because Ultra Broodlord Infestors are pretty good, and Ghosts are pretty bad now. But that's just, I guess that sounds like balanced wine to you guys, but I'm just being honest though. Ghosts are garbage now. I don't ever build them, or I rarely do anyways. Now, if he had positioned these Marines better, okay, Slayer Step was good. He had Banelings, I don't know why he didn't go in. So MMA doing some decent micro. He should have put it over here though. There's a lot less surface area, so there's like, when you do drops with medevacs like this, I guess it's because he didn't want Zenio to see this and run away, but if he put his drops over here, he might have been able to take out the hatchery. There's only 4 Banelings. If his force fire targeting was really good, it would have been gone, honestly. Now Zenio has infestors, so Zenio's in a pretty good spot. He has his 3rd up safely. He is behind the supply, but let's look at worker count. So he's still 10 up, so that's not bad. Zenio can even double expand. Okay, he's just getting 1, but he can take even this bases if he wanted right now. MMA is going for some more pressure. He didn't lose all of his Marines from the drop, which is good, but oh, so like I was saying earlier, yeah, if you put your Marines back here, only like 1 or 2 Zerglings can reach you, depending on how well they are positioned. He's probably, yeah, he's gonna go around to snipe this base, or he doesn't even know about it, does he? Or maybe he's not. And this time, he's behind on upgrades. Zenio's going to have 2-2 before MMA is going to have his. So it looks like there's quite a role reversal this time. And then he has Infestors, which is really good. Not Mutilus. He doesn't need Mutilus. He needs these Infestors. No, but he shouldn't engage like that. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Zenio, go back. Go back. He's building a lot of Zerglings, so MMA isn't. I mean, Zenio should be able to hold this off pretty well. Unless his drop does more damage than it should. But seeing as this is MMA and everyone loses the MMA drops apparently, there's still a lot to worry about for him. He's getting his 2nd engineering bay and armory. He has 4 barracks only, surprisingly, off 3 bases. He's probably going to throw down at least 3 more barracks later on. And no, he's not. He's throwing down depots and turrets and... Whoa, okay. And what else do we have? We do see a spire going down, so I wonder if he's gonna get a hive soon. Please go hive soon. Brood Lords, please? If his hive tech wasn't so slow. Oh, Zenio. You're doing everything right this game, but just... Or not everything, but you're doing better this game, I think. He needs to be really careful how he engages that. He should not do that. If I was Zenio, I would try to get a flank. Go over here, cut off any reinforcements that come over, and then just get a really nice spread out flank. That way the tank fire damage is way less spread out. Where's that drop? Oh, there's a drop. He does spot it, which is good. He has an infestor over here. Go back, please. Don't lose everything. Oh, he got dropped over here as well. Okay, so what it looks like is that Zenio's folding under pressure right now. How many drones has he lost? He's lost. Oh, he's lost only 5 drones. So okay, I'm wrong about that. I'm sorry for assuming that. I just assumed when there was no drones here that he lost the majority of them. He did lose his base. I really think he could have broken this siege army over here pretty easily enough, but he didn't. But I guess those drops sort of mess with his focus. So he is engaging now, but now he has no infestors to help out, which is not what he wants. He needs to get Burrow at least. That way he can throw maybe or get his infestors behind the army or in good positions. He's expanding double, but it looks like MMA already knows about it. Freaking Star Sense, baby. Look at that. Look at that. He's finding this base too. Look at that Star Sense. What is this, Flash? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I know those Brood War players are all like, no, he's not Flash. Flash is gone. Yeah. Well, this is as close as it gets in StarCraft 2. So right now it's 185 supplied to 166 in a really late hive, 60 minutes in the game. I've seen Brood Lords out. Okay. I've seen games like this, but Zerg opponent gets Brood Lords at like 15 minutes in the game and they'll have like 8 of them. And they're doing the same stuff that Neo's doing. I just think that Neo's like, oh no, I think he's just losing attention, right? I guess because he's down 2, maybe he's not playing his best. I mean, beating Supernova is no easy feat, so I would say that maybe after that set, he's just like, his mind is blank right now. He did get a nice fungal on the tanks and the marine and the bio units. If he can get good, come on, fungal one more time. There you go. Oh no, go back. He needs to kill those marines. No. That's not good. And then MMA should be able to realize there's corruptors on the field, so he's like, oh, you must be trying to get Brood Lords. I just don't think that Zenio is handling the battles well enough this game. I think he's playing off, to be honest. Like I said, he's a Code S level player. He's really good, no doubt about it. Otherwise, he would have lost to the Supernova. Oh, not that Supernova's bad, but so the upgrades is in +1 attack. I don't know why for that. And this isn't working out. Those bandings don't even have speed. No, Zenio, you're forgetting things this game as well. He does have his hive, but he's getting... Yeah, he messed up. He's getting +1 attack. I don't know why you'd get that when you're not even going infest... Well, you don't want to go Hydras or Roaches late game. Most of the time. So here's MMA. Right now he's sitting on great infrastructure. He has his Ghost Den even, or Ghost Academy even. He's not going to build any Vikings. This was after the patch, so keep in mind Ghost only did 25 damage snipe, so MMA apparently still uses the Ghost. Maybe just take care of the infestors. There are going to be Ultralists though, if it gets that far. If MMA doesn't... Well, MMA is doing a really good job. He's just making sure Zenio stays on 3 bases, which is what he wants to do. That way, even if he gets tier 3, Zenio's going to be poor. He's not going to have that macro lead that Zerg players usually want to have in a game like this. There are a lot of tanks too, by the way. They don't have any... Oh, +1 is getting research now, but still. He's going Brood Lords and he's going Ultralist Caverns? I don't know what he's doing. But if he gets both, that can mean the difference. He needs to take double extractors here, but MMA might kill him before he gets a chance to get into tier 3. Yeah, this isn't looking good. His army is really small. He's... MMA... Okay, MMA is not pushing out right now. If MMA gives him too much time... Okay, MMA is doing a Doom drop or something. Something insane. Something that's gonna work. It's MMA drops. And MMA drops usually always work. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. Oh! I love it. He's gonna drop his tanks on the infestors and banelings and stuff. Instead of using the Marines to go forward, because he wants the Marines to stay alive. There's only Zerglings and infestors, so MMA is probably like, I don't really care right now what you got. You don't have any banelings. And yeah, so if see the difference though, like if Zenio had researched Hive like way sooner in the game, he could have Broodlords out by now. Like really, he could have, because we all saw that he was doing perfect, but he just didn't get his fourth. He just didn't destroy this army when I think he really could have if he had positioned himself perfectly. And then his Hive tech was delayed. It's already 21 minutes in the game. His Broodlords aren't even done yet. If he did not wait like he did this game, he would be able to have Broodlords like at least a minute or two ago. That's at least. And right now he's losing to like a small Marine force with a bunch of tanks. Like this army has a ridiculous amount of tanks, and you rarely ever see that. Like Zenio will be able to clear this stuff, make no mistake about it, but he lost this hatch. He's lost so much infrastructure. He lost his pool. He lost his greater spire. He can't build anything right now except for Jones. Oh, but he's triple hatching. But MMA's gonna go kill him right now. He's still got solid infrastructure. And there's not much else to say about this. This is definitely going into Zenio's favor right now. Here comes the rest of the army. Okay, so he might not be able to kill these Broodlords, but if he's gonna deny this base, he's probably gonna find this one and this one, because he's been finding all them bases, yo. Oh wow, and he has 2 crawlers and a queen to defend this 8 Marine drop, and he has very little Zergling count. And now MMA's starting to get some Vikings. He has 4. He's getting 3 more at a time, or 2 more for right now actually. It's a little bit disappointing to watch this though. Like I really think Zenio wasn't in bad spots this game or the first game. Second game I would say, yeah, he lost because of that position. It's just these mistakes that he's making are causing him to lose the game, to be honest. And see, like this, he's gonna lose all of his overlords to these 8 Marines. They don't even have speed. If Zenio had gotten his, like I said, if he had gotten his Hive faster, he could have had Broodlords faster. If he had his Broodlords faster, that army of like 12 tanks and 15 Marines would have been crushed easily enough, or maybe not easily, but he would have not suffered losing this hatch, all this infrastructure, his spawning pool, his greater spire, his queens. But I gotta say, I like MMA how he kept on denying the bases. He's like, I'm not gonna let you get any more bases. If you get any more bases, you'll get a macro advantage. If you get a macro advantage, you're just gonna max out every time I kill your army, or you'll just get tons of both tier 3 units, ultras and broodlords, and I'll have nothing to stop it because I'm just gonna Marine tank. Neither one of them was maxed out on upgrades, but for the most part, it was just small mistakes on Zenio's part that built up that caused him the game. Not killing this army and letting it destroy this hatchery. If he could have even just cut off reinforcements, put a bunch of Zerglings here, keep vision of the watchtower, and MMA couldn't have reinforcement. If he did, he would just engage the army right here anyways, because he was going to kill it regardless. His tech to tier 3 was slow this game. Second game we saw no tech to tier 3, and he wasn't able to get a base up after his third, so without that he was just falling apart. For the most part though, he was really doing well. He's getting his 2-2 upgrades, but everything just, like I said, tech was super important. This is like the mid stages on TVZ is pretty much what Terran wants to end the game at, or at least do some heavy damage, because if you get, like I said, Terran is pretty much the weakest late game for both matchups. Early in the game they're pretty strong. I wouldn't say they're as strong as Zerg or Protoss, because they're not really, well, it depends on the build of like the Zerg and the Toss, honestly. But that's it for this set, guys. I'm going to be casting the Puma versus MC and Puma versus MMA in the future, and I might also cast MMA versus Feast. But if you guys do like what you see, please subscribe and like my videos, as I've said before, I'm always willing to listen to comments or messages. Like if you have any ideas on how to improve my casting, it's something that I've just started to do recently that I actually kind of like doing. I know I have a lot to work on, and hopefully one day my audio and visual settings will be a lot better than they are right now. But and anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Be on the lookout for the rest of the matches I said I'll cast. I should be uploading them by, I like to say, by Sunday, hopefully. So thanks, and this is PZ Snick Snipes signing out.